Hello guys, welcome to our first video for this season. This is our entertainer and informative channel about all the African society. Today we'll start with one of the hottest topics in the society. Have you ever wondered what it takes to be an African woman? Well, maybe you have, maybe you have not, but in the real sense, there are several things that it takes for you to be an African. So today's topic, we're going to discuss why is it difficult to be an African woman. In today, we'll discuss only one topic that will give us an insight of challenges that faces African women. There'll be a series of videos of the same to discuss the plight of an African woman. All right, we'll have two families. I'll call the family one John's family, then family two, Matthew's family. Great. The first scenario that happens in John's family, his wife dies. Then in the second family, Matthew dies. So both family, we have a widow and a widower. Now imagine the circumstances that follows after John, his wife died, then Matthew dies. We'll call the Matthew's wife Tracy. Welcome. Now this is what happens. The African society tend to judge African women in a different perspective as how they judge men. In the Jones family, after his wife died, 1 month later, and please remember, 1 month later, what happens? John gets remarried. Wow. You know what is that things? John is a hero. He has moved on. He's a gentleman. The critics around John is purely positive. He became an idol to the society. They say, you know, he really needs someone to continue taking care of his home. Well and good. Everybody needs that. So, you know, he cannot be single all the time. He has a lot of activities and it needs people who can take care of them. A lot of things will come up. The society will praise John of his actions after the death of his wife. They'll be purely happy. They will commemorate him. They will make him feel comfortable and fitting within the society. 4 weeks after the war. Now, this is what happens. How is it difficult to be an African woman? Matthew's wife, Tracy, after 1 year, he decides to move on, just like what John did after 1 month. But how did the society take it? No. The society takes it in a different way. The society does not like it. Do you know what happens? He becomes a nuisance to the society. They don't like the idea that she got married. They will start spreading rumors, gossips all over. 1, Tracy killed her husband. Tracy was cheating on her husband just before her husband died. Why? If he was not cheating, how could she be married that soon? Do you see how soon they're defining Tracy's action? And did you see how soon they were defining John's action? They led it to the worst extent. She will be dispossessed of the properties. she will never have an opportunity in life to make things great. She will never be acceptable. Everywhere she goes, she's not welcomed at all. No, that is African society. How difficult is it to be in African society? Tracy decided to plan her life after 1 year. She decided to move on with her life, make other parts of her life to continue growing. But the society does not take that. The society thinks that it was too soon for her to move on. But when John Ombeka family got married, 1 month after, he was applauded. He was commemorated, loved, cared, anything good came on his way. But when Tracy decided to do that after 1 year, no, would it not? Some of the families kick them out of the family. He's no longer recognized. How pity is it to be an African woman? No, listen to me. This is very, very intriguing matter. When we judge people based on their gender, same action, different duration, but the other gender, and in this case the ladies, are misjudged. It's not right. Just as you people wished John to be moving on in his life, in the same way you should wish Tracy to move on with his life. It's very, very rare to find people who can judge people fairly. And the first question, who are you to judge them? Everyone's with his own life. Everyone needs to move on. Everyone needs to plan his life or her life. You are nowhere. You are not part of his life or her life, and you should not be part of her decision making. Let people make the decision. And let's treat people fairly. Let's not judge women so harshly, while at the same time we judge men less harsh. Let's have fair treatment. Let's have fair, equal environment for everyone's action. You have a brain with all the parts that you have learned in the biology classes you have attended to. The same way, ladies have the same brain. They are part of IQ. All humans are similar. There is no IQ of yours that was built or created or whatever done to it that is different to what was done to the ladies. Society, listen. We are in a world that is moving. Please stop displacing your women. Stop discussing them in a very negative critics. When the same action done by the other gender men is discussed in a very, very concealed, friendly manner. I urge all the men outside there to stand for their wives. Thank you for listening to that. There are a series of videos coming on the same. Also, there will be new series of the video of the plight of the men in the country, in the African society. Please subscribe and enjoy your tuning.